No. So the lesson one is actually a really, really easy lesson. And it's a review lesson. There's really not a new concept here. It's a small little concept which we'll talk about. Okay? Inshallah. You guys ready? All right, Tawfiq. Read the first line and translate it as much as you can.
هذا بيتي
هذا بيتي
بيتي أمام المسجد
بيتي أمام المسجد. Yeah.
بيتي بيتي جميل
بيتي جميل.
بيتي جميل في 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 هذه
Read with your brain, not your eyes. Okay? Don't let your eyes fool you. Read with your brain.
في هذه في هذه خط صغير
صغيرة.
صغيرة.
Okay. Did you understand what you read?
Yeah. Translate.
Yeah.
هذا بيتي. This is a house.
No.
This house. Right?
What is the ya doing over here?
Oh, this is her house.
My
It's
my house.
my house. This is my house.
Mm-hmm.
My house is in front of the masjid.
My house is in front of the masjid. Yep.
My house is beautiful.
My house is beautiful. Yes. So this is probably new for you. Rahat, do you get this? Do you get this? Okay, can you? So you read with your brain. Excellent. Alhamdulillah. What does that mean? Fihi hadiqatun saghiratun.
There is a small garden.
Yes, in it there is a small garden. You're a beautiful man, mashallah, barakallah fiqh. There is a, oh yes, this is perfect. Alhamdulillah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you always, sir. You're a beautiful man.
Because you're good, you can go home now.
Oh, I need to study.
I was running out of juice. Assalamu alaikum. So, what is going on over here? What is mubtada and khabar? Rahat, can you tell me what is mubtada and khabar?
Is Hadika.
No, in the first sentence.
Baiti. Imam al-Masjid is the khabar.
No, in the this first sentence, these two words. Yes.
Baiti is the khabar.
Yes, baiti is the khabar. Hada is the, walaikum assalam. Hada is the mubtada. Yeah, hada baiti, this is my house. Next one, break it down for me. No, imam.
Imam al-Masjid.
Yes.
Imam al-Masjid.
Uh-huh.
Is in front of the masjid.
Yes. And what kind of construct is imam al-masjid? Kind of like a mudaf ilayh. It's called dharf. Yeah. Dharf and mudaf ilayh, you could say. Yeah. Dharf idafa. Yeah. It's an idafa. Imam al-masjid. It's fine. Good. Very nice. Good job. Keep going.
My house is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Fihi hadiqatun saghiratun.
Mm-hmm.
Small garden.
It has a small garden. So nice. You guys proud of yourself? MashaAllah? Okay. Mavish, read the next line from Hadihi.
This is my
Mm.
room. Nafizatun kabiratun. It has big window.
Yep.
Big window.
It has a big window. Yeah. فيها نافذة كبيرة. Yep.
Window. ومرحة.
مروحة.
مرحة
Mm.
جميلة.
Mm.
And the roof is
Fan.
is
Sorry. Fan.
You did good.
Yeah, but both are, yeah. It could be a ceiling fan or a fan on the side, But this one, because it's talking about a room, most likely they're talking about the ceiling fan. Okay? ومروحة جميلة.
The fan is beautiful.
No. So fiha, it goes, wa is, so read the whole sentence again. This one, from fiha to jamila. Yes. What does it mean?
Big window
Mm.
and
Mm.
beautiful fan.
Yes. You got it? Okay. And I like the way you translated it. It has fiha. That's the good translation. It's a good translation. Okay. Arshifa.
هذا سرير وهذا كرسي.
Kursiyi. And this is a chair.
Mine? No, mine.
My bed.
So yeah, so there's a ya mutakallam. This is my bed, and this is my chair. So you're talking about your bed, your house, right? Hada baiti, and then you're describing your house, okay? And then complete the sentence.
وهذا مكتب.
Maktab, desk. Yes. Good. Osama.
ساعتي وقلمي وكتابي على المكتب.
Mm,
My watch,
mm,
my pen,
mm.
my book are on the shelf.
Are on the desk.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're talking about your desk. وهذا مكتبي. Okay, very nice. Good job. Ahmed, you want to do the next one? This one from
وحقيبتي تحت المكتب.
mm.
Marry the rest.
Yeah. No, translate first for everybody.
And my bag is under the desk.
My bag is under the desk. Yes.
نافذة.
No.
نافذة.
Mm.
نافذة غرفتي مفتوحة.
Yes. نافذة غرفتي.
The fan in my room is open. The window.
I want you to translate exactly. Your concept is correct. Who can crack this nut? Who can crack this nut? Okay, Rahat raised her hand first.
غرفتي مفتوحة.
Hmm.
My room's window is open.
Yes. Yes, the window of my room. Window of my, it's nafidatu ghurfati. How did you know this was a mudaf?
I don't know what is a mudaf, but I know غرفتي is my room. I don't know what mudaf is. غرفتي is my room. نافذتي is
No,
my
so
room.
how do you know that this is the word before the of? How did you know that? You just didn't, you just knew it? Just naturally? Maris, do you have any ideas?
It makes sense that,
Oh, you're so used to mudaf ilayh, they don't even need to know what it is, mashallah. Is it beautiful? But it's dangerous too, because then you might think something else is a mudaf when it's not. Nafida, it's first of all, it's not definite. It's not definite, and it's the mubtada. So, well, not because it's a mubtada, it's not definite, and it is it has another noun after it. But this is a little bit tricky, so I want to break this down today. This construct I don't think we've seen thus far. It's a simple construct once you understand what it is. Okay, but you guys translated it correctly. Did anybody have trouble understanding that this is the window of my room? Did anyone have trouble? Huria, did you have trouble with that? You're hiding behind Osama. I can't see you. Are you hiding purposefully? Okay. Nafidatu ghurfati maftuha. The window of my room is open. Okay. Let's You want to finish this and then we can go down and break down? Okay, let's finish it, okay? So let's see, Tawfiq.
هذه غرفة أخي.
What does it mean?
غرفتي. This is my brother.
This is my brother. Just be confident. It's okay. Even if you're wrong, it's okay. Just say it out loud. Saying it softly doesn't help you, doesn't help me. Go ahead.
وتلك غرفة.
No, you didn't translate it.
Oh, this is my brother.
This is your brother? هذه غرفة أخي. What happened to the غرفة?
This is my.
And if it was your brother, you wouldn't say هذه anyway. You would say هذا أخي. Your brother is not feminine. Inshallah.
My brother is in the room. My brother is in the room.
So it's similar to this one. نافذة غرفتي. Window of my room. غرفة أخي.
My brother is in this
Room of my brother. This is,
the room of my brother.
yes, غرفة أخي. Inshallah, we will talk about it. Okay. I know. I think I need to stop. I need to stop. I need to review this. Let's review this real quick. This construct, please. Okay. Inshallah. Bismillah. Where'd it go? Where's my cheat sheet? Okay. Bismillah. Okay. So one thing we didn't talk about before, I know Rahat doesn't like mudaf ilayhi or grammar, but we have to do a little bit of that. Okay. A little bit of that. So if I say Baiti, that's how do we translate it? My house. But you know what it really is? It is house of mine. It is a mudaf ilayh. Anytime you have a connected pronoun with a noun, it is a mudaf ilayh. Always. Rad, did I tune you? Did you brain freeze? No? There's it's an of construct. It's an of construct. Forget that. But
because Bayt is house and he is mine.
That's right. Yeah. So baytuha, house of hers. Baytuka, house of yours. Like that. Okay. This is extremely important. Now, remember we can chain the mudaf ilayh. We can say A of B of C of D. Okay, so there already is an of here, right? So I can say هذا سرير بيتي. How do I literally translate it? This is the bed of the house of mine. This is the bed of the house of mine, meaning this is the bed of my house, for example. I don't know. It's a stupid sentence, but you guys get the idea. Or this would be better. هذا باب بيتي. This is the door of the house of mine. So there's two ofs here. هذا babu of bait of E. Like that. Okay? Is it making sense? So this is why you were able to recognize غرفة أخي. If I say غرفة أخي, غرفة أخي, that means the room of brother of mine. The room of the brother of mine. The room of my brother. Okay. I know I'm making it more complicated, but I don't intend to. I'm just trying to break it down, how it works. This is important. This will become important, inshallah, later. Okay. So هذه غرفة أخي. Okay. So this is the room of my brother. Room of my brother. Let's do Rahat.
وتلك غرفة أختي,
Mm.
and that is the room of my sister.
Yes. Keep reading.
غرفة أخي كبيرة وغرفة أختي
أخت.
صغيرة.
Yeah.
The room of my brother is big, and the room of my sister is small.
Nice.
Or it's bigger and smaller.
Yeah. No, not bigger. No.
Big and small.
Yes. We haven't learned bigger, smaller yet. Okay. Okay. Mavish.
غرفة أخي أمام غرفتي. And the room of my brother is in front of my room.
Mhm.
وغرفة
أختي أمام
أمام
المطبخ. Yes.
And the room
Of
of
my
my
sister.
sister is
In front of the kitchen. Are you proud of yourself? It's nice, right? Feels good to read like sentences, right? Nice descriptive sentences, not boring sentences anymore. Okay, Arshifa. واحد اسمه أسامة. Mhm. تمام.
So
Remember Indi? What does Indi mean? I have. Li is also, you can say my have. Okay. Yes, I have one brother. Ismuhu Usama. His name is Usama. Very nice. By the way, Quran question, Tajweed question. If you have a tanween with a Hamzatul Wasl, how would you read this? Huh? واحد اسمه. واحد اسمه. Like that. Anyways, that's not how you would normally speak, so don't say it that way. People are going to look at you funny. I had a joke. You know how the pastry that we get for breakfast that looks like a crescent. What is it called?
Croissants?
croissant.
How do you say it? Exactly. How do French people say it?
Croissant.
Yes.
They don't
Do
have
we normally say croissant? No. In America, what do we say?
Croissant.
Croissant. Because if you start saying croissant to people, how would they feel? Like this guy's just showing off that they know French, right? So if you say wahidun ismuhu, when you're speaking to somebody, people are gonna go, what is this? It's like saying croissant to an American. They won't like it. Okay, tell me, translate this, Arshifa. Did you translate this already? Okay, you did. Okay, keep reading. Oh, our name. Nice. I didn't do this. They picked it themselves. What does that mean? Brother is akh. What is ukht? Hmm.
I have one sister.
I have one sister. Her name is Suad. Very nice. Huria, now your turn to read this. أبي وأمي في تلك الغرفة الكبيرة. Yeah. Yeah. What does it mean?
My dad and my mom.
My dad and my mom.
He is that. He is that.
In. He is in.
So my dad and my mom are in that big room.
Is in that big room. So whoever breaks this down, this sentence down into all of its parts will get $20 from me.
For $20.
Okay.
I do it for fun.
No. with the grammar parts. You sure you want to do that? Go for it.
Understand the question. Break down like what?
As much as you can understand the constructs in the sentence.
Abi, my dad. Wa ummi,
Not
my
translation, grammar.
What is mubtada, what is khabar, like this?
Yes, 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 yes. The only reason I'm stressing it, I want to stress it right now so that it sits in your head and then we will never ever talk about it again because it'll just make sense. Okay?
So my mom and my dad is, I believe, they are mubtada.
Yes, that is correct. Abi wa ummi is the mubtada. Wow, very nice. How did you figure that out? You don't know?
Can explain. I can explain, but
Remember, we go backwards, right?
Yes.
So we look for the phrases, the complete phrase
before P,
before fi. Yeah, exactly. Very nice. Okay, so now you know the mubtada and the rest is a khabar. Okay, but abi itself is mudaf ilayh, just to get you going. Okay. And
ummi,
mm,
this is also like mubtada and
no, there's no, this whole thing is the mubtada. So we're done with the mubtada. What is ummi itself?
no, noun.
Ummi, mudaf ilayh, right?
Yes.
Mother of mine. Okay,
Yes,
I'm
yes,
helping you.
mother
I'm
of-
helping you. Yeah. Yeah. So father of mine and mother of mine. R. R is hidden, right? In Arabic, there's no R. Yes.
P is preposition.
Yes. Harf jar. Yes. Yeah.
Tilka is pointing noun.
Yes. Good job. Mhm.
Then Gulfati is, khabar.
What is tilkal ghurfa? No. Oh, your thought process is correct. The terminology is incorrect. Your thought process is correct. This is called the badal. It's called the badal. Tilkal ghurfa. This room or that room. In that room. Fi tilkal ghurfa. This is the badal. Remember? So I could say fi tilka al kabira. In that big something. But what big what something? So the what is the badal, the ghurfa, in that big room. Okay, and then why is this al-kabira? Why is it not just kabira? Why is this al-kabira?
It's definite, like the.
Yeah, it is definite, yes, but why? Yes, this is an adjective of ghurfa, of really tilka,
Need to be.
matching. Exactly. And why is this majroor? Ghurfa. Because ghurfa is majroor, so yeah. But ghurfa is majroor, why? Ha. Because tilka is majroor, even though it doesn't look majroor. Why is tilka majroor? Yes. Yes. Nobody gets the $20, but that's okay. I really like it. That was at least $10 worth. Did you see what I did? Now you understand how we break down a sentence, and so much is going on in there. So let's repeat. Abi wa ummi is the mubtada. My dad and my mom are is hidden because this is a mubtada. We know this is a mubtada because if we go backwards, we start with al-kabira. Okay, that must be an adjective. Al-ghurfa. Okay, that's the room. So the big room. Okay. Tilka al-ghurfa. Oh, it means that room. Fi in that room. Okay, that makes sense. So in that big room. Somehow I understand that now. Now let me now go to the front. Abi wa ummi, my father and my mom Oh, that's what it means. My father and my mom are in that big room. You see how I went backwards and I try to make sense of it? So that's how it works. Now, then Abi, I just told you that's mudaf mudaf ilayh. That's not that important right now. Wa ummi, and my mother, mother of mine, father of mine. Fi, in, now this is harf jar. So anything that follows it, that is part of it, part of that preposition will be majroor. So fi tilka is majroor, but this looks like a badal situation to me. So tilka al-ghurfati, that room. Al-kabira, oh, that's an adjective of al-ghurfa, which is the badal of tilka, which is majroor because of fi. Fi tilka al-ghurfati al-kabira. Okay. Nobody thinks like that. I'm just telling you why it is the way it is. So when you read the Quran, this is going to become important, because otherwise, if you don't know why it is a certain way, you would translate it in your head incorrectly. Does that make sense? You would translate it incorrectly in your head unless you know these things. Sheikh Daud, are you enjoying yourself listening? He's busy. Okay, nice. Osama, last sentence.
أنا أحب
أنا أحب.
أبي وأمي. I love.
I love. Yes. And I'll explain. I know you guys don't know this yet.
أحب أخي وأختي. And I love.
And I love my brother and my sister. Did you guys, we're learning a new verb today, to love. Okay, so let's break this down. And this is a good time. And this is, we don't want to get into this too much in this verb, because there's a lot going on over here. And it's also talking about something different. Before I talk about love, let me introduce you to, we will use dhahaba, a verb that we are already familiar with. Okay, so dhahaba means he went, right? How would you say he goes, meaning now it's present tense? No, that's all past tense. Dhahaba, he went. Dhahabtu, I went. Dhahabtu, I went. Okay. Sorry, it's jumping on me. 1 second. Is this big enough? Okay. Dhahabta, you went, past tense. Okay. Dhahabti, sorry, you feminine went. Dhahabta, dhahabti, dhahabtu, I went. And we can say dhahabna, we went. Dhahabna, we went. So this is all past tense. Okay, let's do the present tense of all of these. Okay, so this is a new concept. So listen closely. Dhahaba, he went. Yazhabu, yazhabu, he goes. He went, he goes. Okay, dhahabtu, I went, right? Past tense. I go, azhabu. I'll explain, okay? I told this won't be easy ever, okay? This is something that you just have to know. You have to practice a lot. Dhahabta, you will be tadhabu. Dhahabti, I need to put the right harakat on there. Yeah. Tadhabina. Okay. Dhahabna, we went. We go. Nadhabu. Okay. This is the format, the pattern for present tense. So I said, this says what? Let's go back to the book. أحب. أحب. What does it start with? Hamza. Hamza? Where is the present tense verb here that starts with the Hamza? Yes, أذهب. What does that mean? I go. So أحب, I love. Got it? If it says يحب, that means he loves. تحب, you love. تحبين, you love the to a sister. And نحب, we love. So it's like that. I know this didn't I know it's a brand new concept and I told you a lot of things, but don't worry. Inshallah, it will be fine. Tawfiq, are you doing all right? Okay. Let's look at our grammar cheat sheet, inshallah. Let me pull that up. Today is an easy lesson, so that's why I'm introducing new concepts that are not necessarily part of the lesson. I'm just stressing on grammar. If we look at the verbs, okay. So please look at this again, or I can post it. I know it's kind of small. I apologize. How do you? Okay, yeah. So these three columns are all past tense. Okay, these three columns are past tense. These are present tense patterns. Okay, so we already did this. Fa'ala, he did. Fa'alat, she did. Fa'alta, you did. Fa'alti, you did. Fa'altu, I did. Huh? Fa'alna, we did. Right? Okay. Then this is what I'm teaching you right now. Fa'ala, yaf'alu, he does. Yaf'alu, he does. Okay? So I just wanted to tell you now, let's break this down just a little bit. You will notice that there is a prefix, and that's how you recognize the who you're speaking to for a verb. In the past, let's talk about this. Hold on. In the past tense, you recognize it with a suffix at the end. If it has a ta maksura, then it is she. Okay? If it's ta with a fatha, then it's you, or kasra, it's you, right? And if it's ta with a dhamma, it is I. You guys got that? Does that make sense? So the past tense verbs are recognized by their ending, and the present tense verbs are recognized by their beginning. Okay? So keep that in mind. Tawfiq, did that make sense? Ahmed, that made sense? Okay? So he is ya. Okay? You and she is ta. This is the tricky part that throws everybody off. You and she is exactly the same. Okay, just you have to know it contextually. Okay? And I is Hamza. I is Hamza. And we is Nun. Iyaka na'budu. We worship. Present tense. Okay? صراط الذين أنعمت. أنعمت. أنعم, he blessed. أنعمت, she blessed. أنعمت, you blessed. أنعمتي, you blessed to a female. أنعمت, I blessed. Okay. آمن, he believed. آمنت, she believed. آمنت, you believed. آمنتي, you believed. آمنت, I believed. Okay? Okay? Clear? I just wanted to just hint you that the present tense verbs are recognized by their beginning, by their prefix. So if I tell you, yeah, present and future in Arabic is the same verb, same exact verb. So there's nothing new to learn. There is something, but it's very tiny, very easy. You just put a scene in the front. For example, fa'ala, if I say fa'altu, I did. But if I want to make it present tense, I say af'alu, I do. Af'alu, I do. Sa, if I put seen in the front, sa af'alu, I will do. That's how it works. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, how does the second juz start? Do you guys know? Sayaqulu. So sayaqulu. Sayaqulu. Barakallahu feekum. So what's going on over here? I just told you what's going on over here. Yeah, and yaqulu, you recognize it from the beginning. So ya means he. It's actually different. This is a little bit more advanced, but it just means he will say, but it means they will say, and we will understand later why it's that. Okay. Anyway, just seen is for future. The verb, if you want to make the present tense verb future, you just put a seen in the front. That's it. You can put seen or you say sofa. Okay, sofa. Sofa afalu. I will do. What that means, I will eventually do. So you can say sofa afalu or sa afalu is essentially the same. Okay, I probably bored you to death with all of this. I don't know, confused you. Did I confuse anybody? I know it's a really dense topic. Yes, alhamdulillah. Yeah, but that's okay. But I just wanted you to start now recognizing verbs, present tense verbs, based on those patterns that I showed you. Okay? So, uhibbu, I love. All right. Now let me teach you another concept. So bear with me. Okay? Bear with me. When I say I love, is it a complete sentence? No. I will say, I love my deen. I will have to describe something, right? Right? Okay. Hold that thought. Let's park that thought. If I say, ذهب, he went, or ذهبت, she went. Every verb, you guys know this already. Every verb, every action has an actor. Every action has an actor, right? Every verb has a actor. Okay? It's in Arabic, it's called a fa'il. Every fi'l has a fa'il. This is in Urdu, we say the same thing, right? Every fi'l has a fa'il. Fa'il means what? Actor. Okay? Huh? Every fi'l has a fa'il. Okay. How do we recognize the fa'il of dhahabta? Sorry, dhahabat. Dhahabat means she went. What is the fa'il? Where's the fa'il? She. But is the word she anywhere? No. You just know it from the pattern. It's hidden. It's hidden. But if I say dhahabat Fatima, yes, Fatima becomes the fa'il. So if I say kharaj, we have done this, right? Kharaj al walad. خرج الولد. The boy left, right? So the boy becomes the fa'il, the actor of the verb. Great. So there are verbs that don't need an actor, but when you add an actor, they describe it more. So you can say, you can just look at them and you know what it means. But if I say I love, it's a verb. Well, you are the actor, but you're going to ask, what do you love? And you're going to have that question in your head. If I say I love, you know that's not a complete sentence. You're going to want to love something. That something is called a maf'ul, the object of the verb, the subject and the object. Okay, the actor. Okay, so uhibbu, I love, uhibbu. Let's go with Allah. Uhibbullah. Uhibbullah. This now is incorrect. Uhibbullahu. Why? The actor will have a dhamma. The object will not have the dhamma. It will have a fatha. That's how you know it's an object. Uhibbullaha. I love Allah. Clear? So, for example, if I say yuhibbu, he loves. Yuhibbu, he loves. Yuhibbullah, he loves Allah. Allah is the object. But I want to say yuhibbul muslimu Allah. What does that mean, Rahat?
He allows,
No, this is now the fa'il. Yes. A Muslim, the Muslim loves Allah. Did that make sense? So I put that, no? Okay, going back. Remember I said, if I just say kharaja, it just means he left, right? But if I want to say who left, I will say who the actor, the fa'il is al-walad, the child left. How do you recognize the actor? It ends with a dhamma. Okay? It ends with a dhamma. But there are some verbs, like for example, the kharaja, he left, or kharaja al-waladu, the child left. You will never say the child left what? No, the child left, right? Left. You will say, where did he leave from? That's a different question. But he didn't. Some verbs demand the object. They need an object to be complete. For example, I hate. Akrahu. What do you hate? There's some verbs that require an object. This is in all languages. It's not just Arabic. Those verbs, they have a term. They're called transitive verbs. Transitive verbs. They transfer the action to the object. That's why they're called transitive verbs. Has anybody heard this term before, transitive verbs? It's everywhere. We do it all the time. We do it all the time in English and in Urdu and everything. We just don't recognize them that way. That's okay. This is a difficult concept. So, for example, let me now blow your mind. We're going to look in the Quran and you're going to now never forget. You're never going to forget something I'm going to show you if I can figure this out. You know the story of David and Goliath? No? You want to do the story of David and Goliath? Really? Who, you want to? Okay, yeah, let's change the mood because we've been working on too many dense topics right now. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Did you guys watch or attend my Messiah topic? Right? You listened to it? Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah khair. Did you enjoy that? I know it was too much information. I spoke about David and Goliath briefly in there. So what was happening? It was the Israelites trying to conquer the rest of the Canaan land. That's when this story happens. Okay, so there was an area. Let me show you, just so that you can visualize it. Do I have it in the Chef Dog? You missed that. Let me show you. Okay. These are I was not able to show you this photo last time because I didn't have it. I just put it in. These are the 12 tribes. That's the area that they took up, right? Remember Judah, one of the tribes of the children of Yaqub alayhi salam, Yehuda. This was the southern kingdom, and all of these other were the 10 northern kingdom, the Israel kingdom. You remember, Ashrafa? And these were the lost 10 tribes when Israel disappeared. I don't know if you remember all of that. I know it's a lot of detail. Anyways, look at this area here. I know it's probably hard for you to see. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Just bear with me for a second. You should be able to see this now. What does this say over here? Philistia. This is the old name of Palestine. Yeah. Yeah. Is it part of this? It's not. It's not part of the 10 tribes. They conquered it later, kind of. It was not conquered. This is where Goliath was, Jalut. They were trying to fight. Get it?
was very old.
Yes, Gaza is a very ancient name. Gaza, see, even in 2000 BC, even there was Gaza. 3000 BC, there was Gaza. 5000 BC, there was Gaza in the old city name. And Ashkelon was there, Ashdod. Very good observation, Habibi. Okay, so I just wanted to help you contextualize what's going on. Okay, now let's look at the Quran. It starts from here. Sorry, this page. Let me wrong page. I was on the wrong page. It's a two-page story. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says this is Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah number 246. So toward the end of you can say third juz, toward the end of the second juz. Toward the end of the second juz. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Alam tara, did you not see ila al-mala'i min bani Israel? Mala are the leaders, okay? Didn't you look at the leaders from the Israelites, from the children of Israel? Min ba'di Musa, after Musa. Remember Musa alayhi salam had already passed away before they entered the Holy Land. So min ba'di Musa, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is explaining in the Quran, this happened after Musa alayhi salam had already died. إِذْ قَالُوا, when they all said, لِنَبِيٍّ لَهُمْ, to their prophet. So there was a prophet among them, and they're telling their prophet. Who are telling them? The Israelites. إِبْعَثْ لَنَا مَلِكًا, send us a king. Meaning, appoint a king for us. Appoint a king for us. They didn't have the concept of a king before. But when they reached Canaan and the Holy Land, they saw that the previous nations, they were idol worshippers and they had kings and they had kingdoms. They wanted to form kingdoms. They knew the concept of kingship, but they only had prophets. But when they went to the Holy Land, they got we need to have a right government structure. Everybody else has a king. Why don't we have a king? Right? So they're saying, send us a king, appoint us. So they're telling their prophet. Who was their prophet at that time? Not Dawud alayhi salam, before Dawud alayhi salam. His name is Shamuel in Arabic. In English, we say Samuel. Samuel. That name comes from the prophet, the first prophet. Well, the prophet at this time. His name is Samuel. You've heard the name Samuel before, right? It's not described, he's not named in the Quran. That name is not described here. قالوا لنبي لهم, so they told their prophet, and it's understood it was Prophet Samuel alayhi salam, ابعث لنا ملكا, appoint us a king. And then they give a reason. نقاتل, remember the noon you recognize from we. Yeah. نقاتل, so that we will fight في سبيل الله, in the path of Allah. So they're trying to tell Samuel alayhi salam, we won't fight unless we have a king, because we need leadership, because you're not a leader. So they're putting him down already. You see how their attitude, you see the attitude? It's really bad attitude. So they're saying, we won't fight until you appoint us a king, essentially. قال, the Prophet Samuel alayhi salam, he said, قال هل عسيتم إن كتب عليكم القتال ألا تقاتلوا, that are you going to, if fighting becomes permissible to you, are you sure you're going to continue to want to fight? Because Samuel, here the Prophet alayhi salam, he had already an intuition that these guys are just looking for an excuse to not want to fight. So now he's saying, okay, if the fighting becomes fard on you, then are you really going to fight? قالوا وما لنا ألا نقاتل في سبيل الله. Like, why wouldn't we fight in the path of Allah? They said, وَقَدْ أُخْرِجْنَا مِنْ دِيَارِنَا وَأَبْنَائِنَا, and we have been kicked out of our homes and our children, meaning our children are homeless and we're homeless. Of course we will fight because we've been kicked out of our homes. That's what he's telling. That's what they're telling the Prophet. فَلَمَّا كُتِبَ عَلَيْهِمُ الْقِتَالِ, but when fighting became fard on them, meaning you have to fight. So what do we learn? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made fighting fard on the Israelites, so they will conquer the lands. Okay? فَلَمَّا كُتِبَ عَلَيْهِمُ الْقِتَالِ تَوَلَّوْا, they turned away. They didn't want to fight. They didn't want to fight to begin with. You know, they were looking for excuses. Oh, we don't want to fight because appoint us a king. We don't have a king. And now the Prophet alayhi salam, he appointed the king by the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Fighting became mandatory, and they're like, no, we don't want to die. Thank you. No, thank you, they said. Okay. Illa qalila, except for a few of them. I forget, they were like 800. How many? Do you remember the number? I don't remember not 800. 5,000 to 6,000 people. Okay, so out of 5,000 to 6,000 people, only a few people, they were ready to fight. But the rest, and Dawud alayhi salam was part of the few people, by the way. So we'll get there. Illa qalila minhum. Wallahu alimun bil-zalimin. And Allah here is making a sarcastic remark, and Allah knows the wrongdoers, meaning Allah knows what's in their heart. It wasn't clean, it wasn't pure. Their heart wasn't pure to begin with. They didn't have a good niyyah. وَقَالَ لَهُمْ نَبِيُّهُمْ, and then their prophet said, this is Samuel alayhi salam, he's telling them, إِنَّ اللَّهَ قَدْ بَعَثَ لَكُمْ طَالُوتَ مَلِكًا. Allah has now ordained, has appointed Talut as your king. Talut, in English, Saul, S-O-L. For what it's worth, if you guys are curious. I know Samuel and Saul can get confusing sometimes. Talut, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala names him. This is the name of the first king of Israelites, the first king. Remember, they had prophets. Now, first king. So they wanted a king. Allah not only gave them a king, now he made fighting fard upon them because their hearts were hard. Their hearts had problem in it. Fighting was not fard before this. Did you see? Fighting was not fard, but they were nasty. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, okay, fine. Here's a king. Now fighting was maybe optional before. Now it's fard upon you. And if you omit, it's a major sin now. بَعَثَ لَكُمْ طَالُوتَ مَلِكًا. So Talut becomes their king. قَالُوا. Now look at their heart. قَالُوا أَنَّا يَكُونُ لَهُ الْمُلْكُ عَلَيْنَا. That he is going to have power over us. وَنَحْنُ أَحَقُّ بِالْمُلْكِ. And we are more deserving of power. So what do they want? They're saying, you know, the mala in the beginning, how does the page begin? Alam tara ila al-mala. Didn't you see the leaders of the Israelites? They wanted one of them to be the king. It's like, why didn't you pick up one of us to be the king? So Talut was not from them, from those leaders. So look at their heart. They weren't only they not only had hypocrisy in their heart, they were not only insincere, they were also vying for leadership. They wanted to be leaders. They wanted their name and fame. And now they're complaining to Samuel alayhi salam, now you have appointed Talut as our king. Why didn't you appoint one of us? أن يكون له الملك علينا ونحن أحق بالملك منه ولم يؤت سعة من المال. And he's not even rich, they said. He's not even rich. We're rich. You should have appointed us. We have money. قال, the Prophet said, Samuel alayhi salam, إن الله اصطفاه عليكم. Allah has appointed him upon you. Allah has chosen Talut for you. وَزَادَهُ بَسْطَةً. And Allah has given him a lot of strength في العلم والجسم. Allah has given him a lot of strength in knowledge and might and in body. A lot of strength in knowledge and body. And what they were thinking, they wanted somebody who's rich. And he's saying Allah has chosen him because he has more knowledge and he is more mightier. Why is might important? The people in Philistia, going back to our map, they were giants. They were really big-bodied. Remember Goliath? The big-body Goliath? I don't know if you've seen photos. He was very powerful. So all of the Philistines, they were like that at that time. The Canaanites of this region. Okay. Going back. So it would be appropriate that you pick a king that has knowledge and wisdom and has might. Wallahu yu'ti mulkahu man yasha. And Allah grants his kingdom and his control to whoever he wants. Wallahu wasi'un alim. And Allah is all encompassing and all knowledgeable. وَقَالَ لَهُمْ نَبِيُّهُمْ. And they said to their prophet, the prophet said to them, now this is a different theme. Okay, that scene has ended. Okay, that scene is ended. Okay, now Talut is the king and they're sad. Now fighting is further upon them. They have a king now and it's not one of them. So they're like, oh man, this is not at all what we wanted, because their hearts were diseased. Now the scene changes. وَقَالَ لَهُمْ نَبِيُّهُمْ. And their prophet said to them, إِنَّ آيَةَ مُلْكِهِ أَنْ يَأْتِيَكُمُ التَّابُوتُ فِيهِ سَكِينَةٌ مِّن رَبِّكُمْ وَبَقِيَّةٌ مِّمَّا تَرَكَ آلُ مُوسَىٰ. I'll explain. So Samuel alayhi salam wanted to prove to them that he is really the Allah's appointed king, because they didn't believe him. They didn't believe him. So he said, I'll show you a miracle. I'll show you a miracle. And he said that the miracle for him being a king is آيَةَ مُلْكِهِ أَنْ يَأْتِيكُمُ التَّابُوتُ. That he will bring for you the tabut. What is the tabut? Yeah, the chest. Let me show you possibly what it looked like. Okay. What is it called? That. You see this? Do you see this? Okay. This is a chest. It's a box. It's like a coffin, like a chest. Okay. It probably looked like this. We don't know. Okay. Nobody knows. So think of this as the halaqah edition detail for the previous Friday topic. Okay, we're back to. Just wanted to tell you tabut. Okay, I want to highlight a few things. So what did it have in it? We'll learn in the Quran what it had in it. And you see these two winged angels? It's like two wings of an angel. Allah knows best what it actually looked like. This is an artistic depiction, and Allah knows best. There's a description of it in the Bible. Okay, so that's where they're getting it from. And these things, you know how four people can carry it because it's heavy. Okay, it's heavy, like a dolly, right? Okay, now you have that picture in mind now. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that you don't believe he's the king? Let me show you. He'll bring you a miracle. He will bring you the tabut. Clearly, it was lost. So when they came to the Holy Land, this tabut was with Musa alayhi salam. It had the baqiyatun mimma taraka al Musa. It had the things of Musa alayhi salam and the family of Musa alayhi salam in it. So some scholars will say wa alu Harun, and the family of Harun alayhi salam, whatever things he had. So people say, and I think it's in the Bible, I have to confirm, it's not in the Quran. You know, the tablets that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had, either him write or the Musa alayhi salam brought 10 commandments, so-called 10 commandments on tablets. It's in the Quran. The laws of the 10 commandments, not the 10, they weren't 10 commandments, there were more. But the laws that he brought on tablets, the law, they were in the box. Plus, some people say, so scholars say, the staff of Musa alayhi salam had a staff. It was in there. And there were other things too that belonged to Musa alayhi salam and Harun alayhi salam. And they were special. Remember my story of the tabernacle, the portable Masjid al-Aqsa? There was a tent. Inside the tent, they used to put this thing, tabut. They used to put tabut. That was the center of the worship for them. Okay? Now, going back. So they're saying it's lost. The tabut is lost. This king is going to bring it for you. Would you believe now? Right? So, fihi sakinatun. This tabut has tranquility, sakina, from your Lord. Wa baqiyatun, and the remains of the family of Musa and Harun alayhi salam. Tahmiluhu al-malaika. Angels are holding it. Angels are holding it. Do you see the two angels on top of it? Angels are holding it. Inna fi dhalika la'ayatan lakum in kuntum mu'minin. If you are truly believers, there's a sign for you in it. Anyway, the time is, I need to move quickly. So just move quickly. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then tested them. Yes. No, it's lost. It's gone. Nobody knows where it is. And it may be buried under Masjid al-Aqsa, for all we know. We don't know. Nobody knows. No one knows where it is. Yeah. And you can see how important this artifact is. It was so important. It was the center of Masjid al-Aqsa for 2,000 years. Okay. Anyways. Anyway, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then tested, we gotta wrap up. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tested them again. Now they have to cross a river and they're all thirsty. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Samuel alayhi salam told them that you are not allowed to drink from the water. Remember, their heart is impure, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it harder and harder for them so that Allah can forgive them, punish them, plus then forgive them, give them an opportunity for forgiveness. This is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala punishes, because it's an opportunity for forgiveness. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tested them. You said you can cross this river, or you can go by the river, but you can't drink from the water except for just one handful of غرفة بيده, just a handful of water. That's all you can take. But what did they do? فشربوا منه. All of them drank from the river except for a few people. And Dawood alayhi salam was from the few. Then anyway, فلما جاوزه هو الذين آمنوا معه قالوا لا طاقة لنا اليوم بجالوت وجنوده. Then all of them now, after drinking their fill of the water from the river, they are now in front of the army of Goliath, Jalut. And they're like, we have no strength or ability to fight Goliath. We don't. Wa alaikum assalam. قال الذين يظنون أنهم ملاقو الله كم من فئة قليلة غالب. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that those who actually believe in Allah, they know it doesn't matter your quantity. If you believe in Allah and this is what Allah wants you to do, Allah will help you, regardless of your size and your number. ولما برزوا لجالوت وجنوده, when they came in front of Jalut, Goliath, they made a dua. ربنا أفرغ علينا صبرا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. Oh Allah, strengthen us and give us victory over the disbelieving people. فهزموهم بإذن الله. Then they destroyed Goliath by the permission of Allah, to Goliath and his army. And this is what I want. This is the statement now. Remember the fa'il, maf'ul, okay? وَقَتَلَ, and killed. Who killed? Dawood, with the dhamma. With the dhamma. Why? Dawood is the fa'il. So قَتَلَ داوود, Dawood killed Jaluta, the object. So David killed Goliath. That's how you translate. This is why I brought you the وَآتَاهُ اللَّهُ الْمُلْكِ, and Allah gave him. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about Dawood alayhi salam. Then Allah gave him kingdom, wal-hikmah, and wisdom, وَعَلَّمَهُ مِمَّا يَشَاءُ, and Allah taught him from whatever Allah willed, meaning many, many things. وَلَوْلَا دَفْعُ اللَّهِ النَّاسِ بَعْضَهُمْ بِبَعْضٍ لَفَسَدَتِ الْأَرْضُ. Allah, that if Allah does not give one people power over another, then there would be a lot of corruption. If everybody was equal and only one party always had power and the other party was always weak, then there would be fasad in the earth. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala switches who He gives authority and who He takes away authority. وَتُعِزُّ مَن تَشَاءُ وَتُذِلُّ مَن تَشَاءُ. So this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there would be corruption otherwise. وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ ذُو فَضْلٍ عَلَى الْعَالَمِينَ. It is Allah who owns the favor, meaning it is Allah's will who He gives favor to. These people or these people or these people. And it's Allah's will when He wants to switch those favors. So who was more powerful? Goliath. Now, who's powerful? Dawood alayhi salam. Yeah. And this was the story of David and Goliath. Hope you enjoyed that. Yeah. So it added a little bit more detail to the previous session, inshallah. Was that helpful to you? Alhamdulillah. Okay, barakallahu feekum.